For history was history, fools were we. Then we climbed a tree and finally we could see. Lo, then the internet made us smart, now know everything do we. Thus we share with thee these trifleries, till nobody learns nothing.
Welcome back, everyone, to Bottom of the Barrel. This week, we are picking up on our very exciting part 2 of the episode, Unfortunately Famous, in which we discuss those people out there in the world and out in history who became famous quite without wanting to. I'm here this week.
Much like us.
I'm here this week once again.
We, none of us wanted to be famous, and here we are.
I'm hearing disembodied voices. I haven't even introduced you yet. I'm TV's Jay Hickman.
Who is that?
I'm here with John Swayze and Kyle Jones once again to talk to you about those unfortunate souls. The three of us.
They're the worst.
Notwithstanding, they are terrible. So yeah, we visited on a few remarkable stories of people who attained fame quite without wanting it, and I know there are more. There are more in the hopper. Kyle Jones, I know for sure, has some.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, even if they're quick hits, like I'd love to hear some names of some people from history that became, quite unfortunately for them, a bit famous.
Absolutely. And let's just start with Monica Lewinsky.
Ooh, I know that name. That's a fairly famous name.
She dated
Right.
Lorena
Probably
Bobbitt,
not.
if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think that tracks.
No, it doesn't.
I guess in this one lone case, John, you are mistaken.
I am
Kyle,
mistaken.
back to you.
This
She
is
did not.
This is certainly not someone who wanted to be famous for what they were famous for.
Yeah.
Correct.
For which
Correct.
they were famous.
Just an unassuming job as a White House intern, just trying to learn
Didn't
the
do
ropes.
anything.
A young gal trying to make a
didn't
difference.
deserve it at all.
Trying to just go,
No. But so yes, this happens, and then suddenly that's what you are.
So tell us what
done
happened.
Some weird.
We've all heard the story of McGregor, the bridge engineer from Scotland. I built 8 bridges over chasms in Scotland that saved multiple lives. Am I known as McGregor, the bridge builder?
Nay,
Nay, but you get one internship at the White House.
and just suck one cock.
and you're known as a sheep fucker.
Wow. I wasn't going to say either of those things. Thank you, boys.
Yeah.
This is why we're partnered up. Now I remember. Thank you, guys.
Well done. No, but what was
I'm
the
not
lady's
calling
name?
the president
who,
a sheep, by the way.
No.
Who was the whistleblower in that one?
Great question.
Red dress, right? I
the
can see her.
lady in red is reporting to the Fed. I will sum that up for you, but please continue, Kyle. Like, what exactly happened to Monica Lewinsky anyway? She was just there doing her job best she
Hanging
could.
out, doing her thing, being an intern.
So I don't know. Look, this is a quick hit, as Jay said, and so she filleted Bill Clinton, President of the United States, and there was evidence left on the dress she was wearing at the time, and it all came to public knowledge through a whistleblower that Jay Hickman is going to be telling us within moments.
Okay. Yeah.
Was it Paula?
No,
it wasn't Paula Jones.
no.
Related,
but
no. She's related to the story for some reason.
different Clinton.
Wasn't
situation.
in addition to the fellatio thing, wasn't she also like?
That's not how you say that.
Okay, what? In addition to the blowjob thing, wasn't she also?
Thank you. Let's be classy about
Wasn't
that.
she also like? Wasn't there also like an insertion of a cigar?
I did hear a little something about that.
There was a
think
cigar
a little
thing.
like
In fact,
Arturo Fuente inserto vagino kind of thing.
a great movie.
Is that Portuguese?
It was a Portuguese movie starring the great Portuguese actor.
Your pronunciation is
Eduardo Miguero. No, but I mean, I thought there was a cigar factor.
I heard that too.
It wasn't just a blowjob, but there was also like, let me with
look. It was public knowledge. I worked at an ad agency at the time, and one of our clients was a guy
and
selling
we had to
cigars.
spit on this whole thing.
Exactly.
You want to know how you sell cigars? Here's what you do.
Yeah, he was selling
Monica
cigars.
Lewinsky tested.
Wow. To your question,
Similar.
John Swayze.
That's a good line. I should have presented that one to the client.
All we have to do is get in the bottom of the barrel time machine. We've been talking about this all night. Our time machine is going to save. Is going to solve so many problems.
Change a lot of things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The name
Kyle,
you're looking
ahead. I'm
for.
sorry, I didn't
the
mean
name
to
you're
interrupt
looking
you.
for
I'm
is
sorry.
Linda Tripp.
Linda Tripp, yes,
Who is the good friend.
Yes, and probably I would say one of the most hideous looking people. She looks like the penguin. She looks like no, she does. She looks like the penguin.
Let's not penguin
from,
shame here.
Yeah.
No, I'm penguin shaming her. She looks like the penguin from Batman with Danny DeVito. That's what she looks like.
Okay.
She's hideous. And I'm
Imagine-
sorry. I don't think
Danny
that's going to
DeVito
come
in a
back to haunt
blonde
me.
wig.
Poor
Oh my God.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Think of how Danny DeVito feels.
How dare you disparage Danny DeVito?
He didn't deserve any
no,
of this.
she was not an attractive woman. Still isn't, I'm sure. But the point is
Oh my God.
that
He didn't even. He didn't
turned
even
in.
have to suck a president's penis.
Did she
get the
turn in
title.
Monica or did she turn in the president?
Monica.
Monica unwittingly confided in her friend and coworker Linda Tripp about what was going on, and Linda Tripp began to secretly record their telephone conversations.
Oh wow! Wow.
So
You know
that
why?
she could.
Because she was seeking that 15 minutes of fame.
Yes, sir. Maybe
Yeah.
circle back.
Wait,
We're circling
what?
back.
You bet. You
Are
bet.
we
She was
looking for
it.
fame here?
She's like, you know what?
Are we
I'm not going to fall down a well.
unfortunately
I'm not
looking for
falling down a
fame?
well anytime soon. I need to get mine when I can.
Right. So let me jump to another quick hit. The guy who played Jar Jar Binks. Everybody hates Jar Jar. In fact, John doesn't even know Jar Jar's real name. He calls him
Monica
Jar Jar
Lewinsky.
Bing.
Wait. Say that
No,
again,
no.
Kyle
Jar
Jones.
Jar Bing. I do. I didn't know.
John has
Jar
been
Jar
calling.
Binks.
Oh, like the K
Yeah.
is silent?
No,
I was just like,
with a G.
who's Jar Jar Bing?
Yeah, he's been asking me about Jar Jar Bing for half our lives. But so the actor's name is Ahmad Best, and he's just fine.
He's the best.
He, and in fact, he has leaned into the whole
Hatred.
everyone hates Jar Jar, and has played his own voice on like Robot Chicken and other shows making fun of Jar Jar.
Yeah. So
He understands.
He
has no choice.
Very positive. He's the very positive flip side of the unfortunately famous.
He has
he's
found a
making the
way
best of
to
it.
go, okay, if you, yeah. But he's also done a zillion other roles that are unrelated to Jar Jar in video games and other animated features.
Of those zillion, which is a big number, can you pick 3 that we would know?
I typed in, whenever I typed in zillion, just afterwards, there were no examples.
Oh, no. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Well, that sounds like a Steve Jobs failure to me. Not your fault at all.
Yeah, right. It's AI should have filled that in.
Well, but I will say, as an actor, and you guys are both actors as well. As an actor, though,
Pretending to like you anyway. Hey,
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
What?
Where did we? How did?
I don't know. I was about to give you a compliment, Kyle.
Yeah,
but I guess I won't
Sick
now.
burn. Man.
But
you can send it. Send it my way, friend.
As actors, though, we all strive to do the best job we can. We're given a job, we go in and we do the best that we can. And when somebody comes out with such vitriol hatred for a role you did, which I don't think has ever happened to any of us. I mean, we've never experienced that kind of thing. But
no, you're the best in everything.
Thank you. But to have somebody go, man, what you did in that character, we revile. We just hate it.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
It didn't ruin the movie. It ruined an entire franchise of movies.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, you're thinking also to yourself, before that anything ever hits the screen or hits the stage or whatever, you're like, dude, I'm a part of this franchise. I'm this cool new character that's going to be introduced.
Going in, right.
And yay me, how lucky am I? And then people come out and they go, you are the worst. We hate you.
Yeah,
you ruined the show for us. That's got to be, you got to be, that is it's funny, Jay, you mentioned this, but that is the exact opposite of the unfortunate fame or the unfortunate, it's like, that's the unfortunate infamous, you've now become the hatred of people. You're not popular because people like you and you didn't ask for it. You thought you were going to be popular and people now hate you.
Yeah.
That's got to be harsh. Right. And I feel very bad for that.
You went in, you thought you did a good job, and then you next thing you know, you're something worse on a whole different level. You
went in and did a job that George Lucas went, way to go. We love it.
George Lucas just told you you nailed it.
Nailed it.
But yeah, that's the curious flip side of this. Like, we started with the people that were just regular, everyday folks. Something happened, they became famous, and they were like, "Oh, I don't, no thanks. I'm just trying to be a regular folk." And there are people that seek out fame as an actor or a singer or something that, like, sometimes a vocation that leads to fame, and they're like, maybe I'll get lucky, and then things go terribly, terribly wrong, or they're like, I sought out fame and I deeply, deeply regret it. And so there are a couple other examples of that. But first, I would like to get back to the classic, unfortunately famous example. I've got a name for you boys. I think you will know of just a regular, average fellow whose name came into the public consciousness in a big way through no choice of his own. Have you ever heard of Elian Gonzalez? Little Elian.
Yes.
Wow, what a photo.
Sweet little Elian. Little Elian Gonzalez, born in 1993 in Cuba. After his birth, 6 years later, John Swayze, I don't know how the math works over there, but It was 1999, and something big happened in Elian's life. His mother...
Años. That's the math.
Yeah. That's actually his mother's name, too. His mother, Años, decided to flee Cuba with her partner and her son, Elian. Her partner was not the birth father
But they
of
flew
Elian.
too close to the sun and their wings melted.
They did.
And they fell into the Gulf of America.
They fled Cuba by
Gross.
boat with a group of refugees. The boat sank on the journey. Almost everyone on the boat died except for little Elian, who had been placed on an inner tube and just left to float out in the middle of the ocean. Elian,
Moses? Are we talking? I mean, come on.
What?
A little Moses going on.
He
here.
was, well, yeah, it's kind of a
he wasn't
Moses-y
hidden in the
thing.
bulrushes like it was a
Didn't really
capsized
lead a
boat.
whole country out of another country, but kind of a
No,
Moses.
he was stuffed in a closet and had a guy point a M16 at him.
No.
Anyway,
What's more accurate,
No.
Kyle, is he was put on a tube and was tubing down the
Brazos
tube.
So he was like, it was
tubing
like
down the
he
Brazos.
was at a water park.
Tubing down the
San
Guadalupe.
Dimas High School football rules.
He was having the time of his life when suddenly the
I
U.S.
think when they
Coast Guard
found him, he
introduced-
was doing one of these.
He had
He had another tube.
He had a Lone Star
Had
in
an-
each hand. He was like, "What?"
Yeah.
He had on the beer helmet. He was like, "Whoa, whoa!"
Yeah. Yeah.
Had a,
Come
had a
on,
tube
man.
next to
America
him with a
rules.
cooler in it.
So what one could imagine happened is that this boat was capsizing. The selfless adults of the boat were like, "Let's save the child. We have one life raft or one inner tube." And they placed the child in the inner tube, and then everyone drowned, and he was just afloat. He was rescued by
What a crazy story.
two fishermen who turned him over to the U.S. Coast Guard, like they were off the coast of the U.S. So he had made
U.S. fishermen.
Yeah, he had made it across the international line.
Woo! Now it's okay.
And did it when you say
Right.
he was rescued by two fishermen? Did they just find him, or did one of them like go, "I hooked me a big one.
Hook
hang
him.
on, fish on, fish on."
Got me an alien.
And they're like, man, they're like reeling him in, and then he gets all the way. It's like one of those like an episode of like Law and Order or NCIS where he reels him all the way in. Man, I got a big one, and then he comes all the way to the boat, and they like have this look like, what? That's not right.
I think it's more the former, John Swayze, where they were they spotted some speck in the distance and they're like, "What is that?"
Jesus, is that a kid? Oh my God.
I've got my buoy
Cast.
map here in front of me, and there's not supposed to be a buoy over there. What is that? The fisherman turned little Elian over to the U.S. Coast Guard. He was taken to a hospital in Florida, United States, treated for dehydration.
Okay, real quick,
Yeah.
quick pause, Jay. Real quick.
Okay.
So, in our stories tonight, we've talked about these 15 minutes of fame. So these fishermen turned him in. Did they seek fame? Like, hey,
They did not.
We did this.
Right.
Where's our little bit
They
of
could-
something? Where does our $1 million check come in?
Yeah.
Somebody
no.
should have cut off their penis and then maybe they would have gone for it.
Oh, okay. So they just turned him in, and their story is done.
Yeah.
They're done.
They wanted to get back
Nobody
to their
really knows.
simple life of fishing in international waters. Like most of us
They were
do.
probably fishing illegally, which is why they didn't want any notoriety. They were like, man, we've already caught more marlin than we're allowed.
So
let's just
They
turn the
might
kid
have
in.
cut off their own penis and blamed some random person for it.
Yeah,
Become,
there's all kinds of options.
Right.
So anyway,
So
go ahead, Jay.
What happened was Elian had family back in Cuba. Like the mother had fled Elian's birth father with some of their fellow. So Elian's biological father was still in Cuba. And Elian's mother had brought the child and tried to get to Miami, where the family had relatives living as naturalized citizens.
Was she still alive?
She didn't make it.
She drowned.
Yeah,
Or
he
she
was
didn't
found
make it.
alone in this inner tube.
Okay.
But after he was rescued by U.S. Coast Guard and taken to a hospital and treated, his family was found. I don't know. I haven't learned about what like identification might have been on him and not waterlogged, but they did identify him and his family. And he had relatives in Miami, Florida, who rallied around him immediately. They're like, family is here. Let's
And
jump in.
what year are we talking about?
1999. But this story is remarkable because
after the baby Jessica thing.
Well
10
after,
years.
and this is remarkable because the baby Jessica thing took place over the course of like 3 days, 60 hours. This took place, this dispute took place over like the course of almost a year. Like the day he arrived in Florida, he was in the hospital. He was being treated. I guess the hospital staff worked to identify who he was and how he'd gotten there, and they determined that he had family in Miami. So they're like, "Hey, family, you've got a kiddo.
You got him. Go for it."
Yeah, you're set. Good.
And so
Open and shut.
thus started this incredible.
Zarathustra. Sorry.
So who gave a shit that who said he shouldn't be here?
Yes. Great. Good question. So Janet Reno figures in. Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton, who we referenced
She
earlier.
has great dance parties. Man, I've been to a couple. They are off the train.
So I think American-Cuban relations at the time were, as they have been for a long time, a little prickly.
Yeah, forever. Yeah, you can blame anything on
very
that.
hostile.
Yeah. And so I think everyone wanted to be semi-careful about not igniting an international crisis. And so
Good idea.
in 1966,
But he must have been. I mean, in that realm, he must have been. This must have been hey, he's a Cuban refugee child that America has rescued. Look at America, how good we are for rescuing this child from the terrible world of communism in Cuba. I'm sure
Yeah,
that
we
must
didn't
have been
do that.
their play. We didn't rescue. I mean, we rescued him, but and he was escaping communist Cuba with Castro.
No.
They must have.
Things went different, John Swayze.
Did they?
Jay, please,
All right,
please
Jay,
let
we'll
John
continue.
know.
I'm sorry.
What
I was thinking this must have been what happened.
No, you're not. You're not completely off track at all. So the Cuban Adjustment Act of 1966
Hey, Kyle, fuck you.
sought to provide political asylum for Cubans who fled their country in hopes of a new life. So Cuban refugees entering without visas were paroled, and after a year could apply for permanent resident status. This was an official law.
How about refugees
that
with
had been on the
inner
books for 30 years by the time Elian arrived. How about
Son
what?
of a
I'm sorry.
bitch. How about refugees with inner tubes?
There was no codicil for that, but
Weird.
they're discussing it now. Anyway,
That's weird. Weird that nobody approached
With
that.
all those
That's,
Canadians trying to get into the country.
Elian's mother had an uncle who already lived in Florida named Lazaro Gonzalez.
Lazaro?
Lazaro. There's an accent over the A. Lazaro.
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 That's awesome.
That's Elian's great uncle. He lived in Florida and he was like, this is my family. He needs to be here with us, here in America, where we have established a good life.
Yeah.
And so Lazaro's family
we own
rallied
a gas
around.
station. We own a Taqueria. We were established. His uncle
What
or
did
his
you
great.
do?
They were established in this country, is what I'm saying. They weren't just. So
Yeah,
they
well
had,
established.
They had very good reason to make a claim like, hey, he should be with us. We're here.
Yeah.
We're citizens. We're doing our thing. And he should be here.
And
with
we
us,
are
which I
direct
think is
family of the
very-
mother who decided
Yes.
that her son should come over here.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, yeah.
And so they made a good case. But then the Cuban family, there were two grandmothers that lived in
Sons of
Cuba.
Uh-oh. Cuban
And they-
grandmas.
They
sound
flew
dangerous.
in the year 2000, in January of 2000, not too many months after Elian landed on our shores. The two grandmothers flew from Havana to the U.S. to seek their grandson's return to Cuba. They were able to get to D.C. to meet with some sympathetic congressman and Attorney General Janet Reno of Dance Party fame.
Yeah.
So they made their case to Attorney General Janet Reno. This boy needs to come home to Cuba.
Jay, I love
Yes.
your little story here, but I
Okay,
got to back
okay.
it up, man.
You just called it a little story, which diminutizes it and makes me think you
tail
don't
here
love
is
it.
awesome.
You
I
just
know,
called
I
it
do.
little
I love
again. You diminutized it.
Oh, wow.
No, sir.
You're
No,
making
sir.
me think
What
you
I'm-
don't love it. You're making me think that
I
it's
do love
less
it.
than
what I want
worthy.
to know is this. What I want to know is this.
Uh-huh.
And you may not
Give
have
him
an
a
answer to
chance,
this.
Jay. Come on.
But so as we all know, tensions with the U.S. at that time between U.S. and Cuba were very high.
Yeah.
We were anti-Castro. They were anti-America. People were fleeing Cuba to come seek a better life in America. Little Elian did the same, and his family perished. Unfortunately, it's very tragic.
People
no
keep
question about
trying
that.
to come here. I don't understand it.
Yeah, and he makes it, and he finds family here, and his family goes, he should be here, and America goes, yes, we agree, he should be here.
I wouldn't
So
say America said that.
America didn't
where
say
did the
that.
grandmothers get like the funding to go, we should come get little Elian and bring him back? I mean, that's
So
not
you
a.
guess- here's the
that's
question,
not
Would
like.
you like? Would you like to guess where they
Jay-
got the funding?
Please
Jay,
tell me the
Jay,
US
can
paid
I
for
give
it.
you my uneducated approach to this? Because I see what John's asking. And yeah, sure, the grandmothers wanted them back. And then so did our military, even though most citizens were like, sure.
Our military
let
wanted
good
them
old
back.
Elian stay here.
Oh, I
The
see.
military wanted him back.
According to the picture,
Okay, we'll get to that. So to your question,
Well,
John,
my only question is, how did the grandmothers get over to see Janet Reno? I mean, that's like me going, you know what?
Yeah.
I've had enough. I
Same
want to go
dance
speak
party,
to the.
baby.
I want to go speak to the premier of Russia.
Yep.
You know, that's like you don't get to just do that. How did they get there?
There is pretty strong evidence, John Swayze, that the Cuban government funded every effort to get
Okay,
Elian back.
that
Like
makes
this was a
sense.
great PR move for them.
You bet. Okay, that makes sense.
Jay
That makes
works in
sense. Thank you.
PR.
Like
sometimes.
it was in terms of those international kind of conflict, scenario. They were like, this could make us look pretty good. Like the U.S. have stolen one of our children.
Right.
And
Exactly.
The
Okay,
U.S.
that's
is the
that's
villain
where I
in
was
this.
going.
Let's send some sweet little old ladies on the government dime over to Washington to plead for their sweet little innocent grandchild.
You stole
They're not
our
wrong.
grandbaby. How dare you?
Yeah. I think
They're not wrong.
I think every dollar of that was spent by the Cuban government, taken
The
from the
$25 they had in their treasury.
the 90%
they spent it
tax
on
of their
that.
citizens. Yeah.
and for to
By the way,
put a,
U.S.
put
could
a
we
pin
borrow
on
a,
it,
could we borrow $10,000 to actually fly them over? Thank you, U.S. Yeah,
and
nice.
for a
Okay.
pin on it that Elian did not deserve that
sweet
fame.
Elian. He didn't deserve any of
That
this.
kid is
And how old was he?
unfortunately famous.
Do we know?
6 years
do
old
we know?
at the time when he landed
6.
on our shores. He was 6, and the custody battle took place over 6 months, where he was living in Florida with family related to his mother. His father was back in Cuba. His father was calling out like, "My son needs to return. I want my son back." The whole of Cuba was like, "We need our son back." And the pressure got to the Bill Clinton administration. The decision.
So they executed Elan. Oh, no.
Wow,
no.
Kyle, that is harsh,
Send
man.
him back. Send him back.
That is brutal. So they executed Elon, and that solved the problem.
So,
Wow.
blah, blah, blah. On April 19th, Reno accepted a last-ditch offer at mediation between Gonzalez's relatives. However, a day later, Reno made the decision to remove Gonzalez from the house, the Miami house of the great uncle, if the negotiations failed, and instructed law enforcement officials to determine the best time to obtain the boy.
Oh,
My God.
give him the Waco treatment.
They
Just go
decided-
in.
Janet Reno should have stuck with the dance parties.
Yeah. This
Just-
was not
so
her.
Just
good at
dance,
that.
Janet.
That-
You're
and she was
governing
so
the
good.
country is not
I mean,
your
come on.
forte. Just dance party. That's all you
These,
got to do.
these
Well,
international
she
negotiations are not your strong suit. Maybe stick to the dancing.
No. Yeah.
They decided to hold the raid on either Saturday, April 22nd, or Monday, April 24th, to avoid Good Friday and Easter Sunday.
Oh, yeah. To be
Imagine the
classy
public
about it.
outcry if you do a raid on Easter Sunday. Luckily,
Oh my
no
gosh.
one noticed because they did it
no.
on a day that wasn't a national holiday.
Oh, well, that's just smart. It takes planning.
This next sentence is the last sentence of the paragraph and so good. President Bill Clinton urged Reno to keep the negotiations going, but approved the raid if they failed. Listen, Janet,
And
here's the deal. Keep talking to those Cubans, okay? Keep trying to work it out, but tell you what, if they don't return your phone call, just go take a bunch of AK-47s and break into that house and get that boy out. And don't bring any photographers. Janet, if it's the last thing you do, don't let any photogs into that house.
It's okay.
Bill,
I'm going to do my Janet
Bill,
Reno
I'm going to
dance
do it.
party.
Don't you worry.
That was John Swayze's Janet Reno impression, everybody.
That was
Whoa,
thank you.
Did you hear
Thank
that?
you.
That is so good.
I didn't want to brag. I didn't want to
Why
brag.
don't you
That was
share
my
that
Janet
with
Reno.
more people? That is so good.
There's more of that to come in future episodes. I assure you.
I sure hope not.
But this raid, this was to rescue him from being taken, or rescue
Sure.
him
Well-
so he could be taken.
Hard to say.
Rescue is a strong word in either case. But yeah,
Rescued the shit out of him.
after negotiations with the Cuban government, the U.S. government decided what is best for us is to send the boy back to Cuba. And so the negotiations were between the Florida-based family, the great uncle and related family. I think
Right.
Elian, I remember footage at the time. I did not catch her name, but Elian had a cousin, the daughter of maybe an aunt, maybe a cousin, but the daughter of the great uncle, who was featured on national news many, many times, who was strikingly attractive. Elian's U.S.-based relative. She spoke on Elian's behalf many, many times to stay in America. And she was, as some had described at the time, a hottie. So
She
That
later went
works.
on to smoke cigars with Bill
Look
Clinton.
at Fox News.
But,
Just
she
hire a hottie to tell you
did
things.
no such thing,
I know
sir.
she did it. But my question is, so
In
where's
the-
Elian today?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question.
Where is Elion today? John asked.
He is back in Cuba, happily, very happily. And he has since made several public statements. At this point, hold on, let me do some quick math.
How old is he now?
He is about 33, 34 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He is successfully...
Living where?
In Cuba. He
in
is
a closet with a gun to his head.
Take it easy. He is a Cuban engineer and politician. I wonder where that part came from.
He learned along the way, which good for him. I mean, all he did was get thrown on an inner tube, and that's his life.
So listen, I will read a quick paragraph for you, and this speaks a lot to kind of maybe the influences on little Elion as he was finally returned to Cuba.
Yeah.
Ever since his return, he has spoken very well of, like, thank heavens, I'm glad to be back in Cuba. I really am. I really am. In 2013, Gonzalez...
So no one's putting guns in his face.
Not in Cuba.
Yeah, they were off screen, but they were probably there.
Okay.
In 2013, as a 20-year-old, Elian Gonzalez led the Cuban delegation to the 18th World Festival of Youth and Students in Ecuador. In an interview with CNN, he blamed his mother's death on economic impact of the United States embargo against Cuba, which he held to be responsible for the economic underdevelopment of the country. Gonzalez also stated that he was happy he did not stay in the U.S., saying that he would have been manipulated into becoming a performer for the Cuban dissident movement and the American media. This last sentence is the best one. He also stated, I don't profess to have any religion, but if I did, my God would be Fidel Castro.
Ooh, wow. Wowie, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is
Not what I was expecting.
That's
You didn't expect that?
indoctrination.
You didn't
No,
expect
That
any.
is,
No.
that is wow.
I was
man.
thinking like Weird
Dude.
Al Yankovic or something.
Or like you did you love your time on the tube? I reject the fact they took me off that inner tube.
Yeah.
I was doing just fine out in the middle of nowhere.
My God, Fidel
That's crazy.
Castro was about to save me. He would have been minutes away from saving me when those stupid fishermen ruined everything.
If it weren't for those damn American fishermen, Fidel would have been right there. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But not dissimilar to John Wayne Bobbitt. Like 6-year-old Elion did not want the fame he received. But 20-year-old Elion, after speaking to some local government officials, decided maybe that fame could be used for something positive for his local government.
Fame is it's a thing that can be
Is it
ignored.
is it a fickle
well
thing?
said, Kyle. Fame is a thing.
It absolutely.
Fame is a thing.
I'm trying to get deep here, John. I'm sorry if I went too.
Truer words have
Kyle,
never been
you are
spoken.
deeper. You're deeper than you'll ever know, Kyle. You are so deep. It's crazy. No, but I mean, Kyle, your point is well taken. Your point. I mean, fame is something that. I think it's something that people always strive to have because it seems like fame is what gives you glory. It gives you elevation.
And I know this is something you know nothing
money.
about.
Purpose, maybe?
And purpose. Yeah, great, Jay. Yeah, very good. Very good. But as we know, as famous as we are, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't do any of those things.
Doesn't do any of that shit. I don't know what people are thinking.
For all of you would-be
famous as
fame
hell,
seekers out there, take a little advice from your Uncle John Swayze.
Take a little advice from the bottom of the barrel. Fame is not where it's at, baby. It's at the bottom.
When it comes to fame, let me give you some advice. Flush once for bulk, and then a second time for remnants and paper.
Well, hard
And
to
there it
argue with
is.
that.
There it is.
That's how to
man.
be famous.
Right there.
Woo-wee.
Right there.
Alrighty, time for a break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Sponsor?
We have a sponsor? This ought to be good.
You know like moon? You know like scary bad nighttime? You know like cold time? You know like big monster eat new baby? Well, me have answer for you. My name Clog, and here at Clog Fire Stick, we solve you darkness and danger problem. Clog have big fire stick, Clog have small fire stick, Clog have fire stick in middle size that no big or small, and good price too. With down payment of 2 lizard, you can be having fire stick today. But no take me word for this. Take from Clog happy customer. Gunt mood make Gunt sick. Gunt need fire stick. Gunt get fire stick from Clog. Clog fire stick is family business since before big rock fall from sky. And come with lizard back guarantee. So you make fire with confidence. Come Clog fire stick. Just off Tree River next to Bone Pile. Clog fire stick. Fire good.
All right, we are back. Let's see if Kyle has something clever to say for once. So, the stories of Elian and baby Jessica bring to bear the question of what is that human tendency that made these children innocents? They were both very young. What made them household names? Like, how did their stories become global phenomenon? So obviously, round-the-clock media coverage played a role, but there are behavioral psychologists who point to something else.
And they're not famous.
No. And what's that word, Jay? What is this terminology? You're about to drop a name. You're gonna love it. Drop a word.
I think you're going to enjoy it. It's called the identifiable victim effect.
Lame.
Not everyone likes it.
The IVA.
Could you rebrand that, Kyle Jones?
Yeah.
IVE or IVE. Yeah. So you would expect that when more lives are at stake, like a whole nation at risk, or like an earthquake or a tsunami, like a bunch of victims, like you'd think that would get more attention. But the Jessica McClure story received more coverage and attention than either the Rwandan genocide or the war in Darfur, with many, many more victims. However, people zeroed in on this one innocent child because we tend to care more about an individual life. Like, we're more able to empathize with a specific victim than a larger group of victims.
Right. Yeah. No, that
because
makes
you
sense.
can place yourself in their shoes, or like as you hear the story of a young child who is in peril, if you're a teenager who was a young child not long ago, or the parents of a young child, you're like, oh my God, I can totally sympathize. Right. And so there were,
I mean, when you hear about a genocide, which is horrific, there's no question. You're like, oh my God, that's awful. That's awful. But when you hear about something that's very specific,
genocide in the bad way.
Go ahead, John.
When you hear about something very specific as a one, like you just said, Jay, as one child in this thing, whether it's in a well or on the ocean in a tube, I do think that people they can identify with that. Like, that could be my kid, or that could be something that happened to me. No one goes, man, I could be in Darfur or whatever. I mean, they just don't identify with that. They identify with, my kid could have fallen down that well, and I am here. Right. And I think the other thing too, I think that the well and being on the ocean with a tube or whatever, it's more than just I can identify with it. It also that's something that there's hope. There's a hopeful situation. that I can now let's rally around this, because if we just send our good vibes and we can all be a part of this, we will have done something good. You can't do that with a genocide. There's no way to stop that. I mean, you know what I mean? There's no way to go, well, if we can just stop the genocide, we'll all do it. But it's like this one kid, it's identifiable, it's graspable. You can
That's a good word.
wrap your head around it.
But
And it's easy. It's easy.
It's not easy how they got baby Jessica out, but we saw how human ingenuity and the money didn't matter. It was just, we got to get this kid out of this well, and we're going to use all the things we know how to do to get this kid out of this well. And when it gets too big, it becomes this economical thing.
Right. This is something very tangible that, if we can rescue this child, life will be good for a moment, as opposed to look at all the world things that are going on. And you're like, how do we deal with this? But you can go, if we could rescue this kid, if we can save that kid, it's all good. It makes you feel better.
So Jay,
yeah. Well, I mean, to the point of this, the idea of it that the identifiable victim effect, you can make another example of it. Like, do you guys remember the Chilean miner incident? It was around 2010.
Yeah.
Grown-ups.
Yeah.
Like 26 or something.
33. There were 33 of them. Can you name a single one of them?
Down below. Yeah.
There were 33 miners trapped in a mine.
Would you like me to try to name all 33?
Probably not.
Okay.
Or how about the
I would argue that you cannot name a single one of them. That was a group of men, 33. It's too difficult for us to wrap our brain around. This is 33 people. How do I care for 33 people at the same time? But if it's one child, an innocent child who fell down a well,
we have a name.
Yeah.
But Jay, I would argue that it's like it's the catastrophe aspect of it. Remember the scouts that were in the cave and they sent the divers. Was that a separate one? There were like some the boys that were found. They got same kind of deal. It wasn't just miners. They were like
similar.
They were,
I'm trying to remember the thing, but now
a diver ended up dying trying to rescue them. They got trapped in a cave and it flooded.
Will and Holly.
Yeah.
They were on a routine expedition.
They were on a routine expedition and a greatest earthquake ever known. No, but I think it's those catastrophes, those little just slices of time in life that just, we need to, if we can rescue these people, if we can save these people, I think really what it does, it shows our humanity. It gives us a better glimpse of our humanity, because really, other than that, we're all pieces of shit that don't really care about anybody.
At least one of us has proven that tonight.
Rough. That's rough. Wow. Gosh.
No, I'm a piece
there.
of shit. I know this.
I might have arguments with that sort of academically, but I can't say it better than that. I think that's a nice place to leave the argument about the Chilean miners. So I want to pivot to another aspect of this whole discussion, which is we've been talking about people who suddenly were thrust into fame without wanting it at all. But there have been people who sought out fame, got it, and then regretted it. One example is, do you know the musician Gautier?
Yeah.
He's a New Zealand.
Yeah, he had the famous video with the drawing on the walls.
Yeah, somebody I used to know.
Somebody that I used to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. John, do you know this one?
Is it Grateful Dead?
Sure. Yes. We'll say it's inspired by the Grateful Dead. It's a New Zealand musician who had been making music in the early 2000s and a few years in had this unexpected viral song called Somebody I Used to Know.
Giant hit.
Giant hit. The chorus went something like, "But you didn't have to cut me off, make out like it never happened, and that we were nothing, and I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and that feels so rough." Boop, boop,
Lots of spub.
That doesn't sound
Lots of
familiar.
spoofs.
That's okay.
There was
I
a
get
Star
it. That doesn't
Wars
sound familiar to
version.
me at all. I'm
Wow.
not. But I don't. I'm not hip like you guys are.
Well, should we
So
send
what about
John
him?
to
What
bed?
did he do? Was he?
He
famous?
was. So this
Did
is
he-
such an
did he
this is
fall
such
down
an
a
interesting
well?
question. I will put a pin in that name, Gautier. That's his name, the artist's name. When I was in college, I had a discussion with some of my roommates about the idea of fame and the idea of having a career in entertainment. And could you do one without the other? Like, what if I just want to have a good, reasonably lucrative career without fame? Like, can it be done?
Mm-hmm.
Are there examples of it? Like, have people, like, could I be an actor that has a good career without the trappings of fame that are kind of toxic? Could I be a musician? And so the name that kept coming up is someone who had pulled it off. And this was before a critical moment in this man's life was Lyle Lovett. Like, Lyle Lovett did it. Lyle Lovett can have a career without fame, but we had that discussion right before he got married to Julia Roberts and ruined everything. But he might have pulled it off.
So that's an interesting point, Jay, because I guess I come to...
That's a tricky... I'm sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
The closest I can come to that, someone who's famous, but we don't know who they are, is Banksy.
He is going out of his way
right
to hide
about
his
that.
fame.
I have no idea who Banksy is.
But I mean, I think that the key is like, and you all, this group here will know better than most. Like, there are musical artists in Texas, like Texas country. There are some names in Texas country that have good careers and are not well known outside of Texas, like Jerry Jeff Walker. We all know that name. And he's had a long-lived career making music that he loves and an audience that enjoys his music. But he's not a national name. He wouldn't be seen at a restaurant and like mobbed because he's Jerry Jeff Walker. But he's got a good career.
He's also dead.
No fame.
Which you wouldn't
great
see
songs.
But I will tell you this. So in our line of work as voice actors in the anime world, dude, I see it's the same kind of thing. There are like tiers of people. And so, but if I saw Taylor Swift, I could care less. I really could. I'm sorry for all the bottom of the barrel fans that are Swifties out there. that I could care less about Taylor Swift.
Hang on.
But if
we just lost 6 subscribers. All right, go ahead.
If he were still alive, and I were at a bar and I saw Jerry Jeff Walker, I would go nuts. I'd freak out.
Wait, would you care less?
I would not care less. I would love Jerry Jeff Walker. But also, if you think about it, like Willie Nelson, great Texas performer, did a lot of great songs. Some of those songs were done by people that don't have the notoriety that Willie has, but are revered in the music world as giants. I mean, like a Ray Wiley Hubbard or a Jerry Jeff Walker or somebody like that. Who's
Songwriters.
Like in the world of music, they're super respected. But in the general world, they're not nearly well known as a Willie or Taylor or whoever, And so I think that it's interesting when you think about who's famous and who's not. It's like, why are they famous, and did they seek that fame? Did they want that fame? I mean, and I would put it to you, the three of us, or the four of us, or there's only three, the three of us.
Wait.
You know, we're
Gladys.
all actors
Timmy.
in this genre called anime, and we've all got levels of fame. But are we the Chris Sabat? No. Are we the Sean Schemmel? No. But we're not the. I won't name anybody else below us. I'm just saying that it's just we've got.
At least we're
What are
not
you doing?
insert name here.
Wow.
Are we John Gremion? No. No, I'm just saying that it's just there's all kinds of levels of fame. So, you know, and that's
Right.
what I don't think people understand that don't have any fame. I don't think they understand that at all. I think they think fame is fame. If I can get famous, I will be huge.
That will solve all
I
my
would be-
problems.
Solve all my problems. Exactly.
I think people do look at it as a problem
doesn't.
solver.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, as the 9th most prolific actor in U.S. dub anime, it doesn't solve your problems, guys. It doesn't.
No.
Take it from me.
Doesn't. Give it
TV's
up.
Jay Hickman. Okay, so back to Gautier really quick. Gautier is this New Zealand musical artist who was trying to get some label attention. He had released a couple albums, good music. He could not get a label to sign him. And then he did this song. He did a video for the song, and it went viral. It just went crazy. And he says later that it ruined his life. He was like, I was never trying to be famous. I never wanted fame. I just wanted a musical career. Like, there's some equivocation there. Like, I didn't want fame, but I did want to be well known enough that a label would pick me up.
Kurt Cobain, you know, in that territory of the fame killed him.
Yeah.
Ruined it.
Well, I mean, I think there are many, many, many celebrities who, you know, do ill with fame. Like, they're seeking fame, they're good at their craft, and they're glad
They want
they
to be
that they-
recognized.
and they're glad that they get renown, and some, in that rare case, like fame and fortune do intersect, and that's great. But there are psychological drawbacks to fame. Like, there have been many psychologists who have done dissertations on the toxicity of fame, and, you know, the psychological kind of downside of all that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
Well, it's the grass is always greener. You know.
yeah, but Gautier is one of those guys who, like, wanted to be Lyle Lovett, just wanted to have a nice career in music. He got this viral video. It's put him in the stratosphere.
Did
and
he marry a movie star?
He did not.
Oh.
He did not. He's been
move.
trying to pick up the pieces, but he talks often about this cursed video that shot him into stardom that he did not want. But speaking of other people who might have been seeking fame, got it, and regretted it, you've heard of the Star Wars kid, right? I presume.
Yes, that was on my list, Jay.
Anyone heard of that kid?
Way to go.
Oh yeah.
The kid's name is he was a French Canadian named Ghislain Raza,
Oh,
and he
kid.
made a video. He was a big Star Wars fan. He made a video in 2002 in which he wields a golf ball retriever in imitation of Darth Maul's lightsaber kata from the film Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace. He was a 14-year-old high school student in Quebec.
right. Probably in a gymnasium. It looked like it's in a gymnasium, but with some black curtain
Right, yes. And
stuff hung around it.
I don't know that it's entirely clear on how the video got made, but it looked like he set up a tripod and he grabbed the nearest VHS tape, which was of one of the high school's basketball games. I don't know how he got a hold of that, and he recorded his little routine over the high school basketball game.
Oh, burn. That's how it went out, right?
And then
But he's
he accidentally
in an enclosed
left.
area, like with
He was by
tarps and
himself. He was self.
and
He
he
was
just
self-filmed.
does some swipes, and then he kind of gives looks to the camera like, "You like that shit? Swipe, swipe, swipe. Fuck yeah! Swipe, swipe, swipe. You like that?" And it's very embarrassing, and it wound up everywhere.
This part of the story is great. He accidentally left the tape in the basement of the high school, where it was later discovered by some of his classmates
Oops.
who made a computer file from the videotape.
Notice he didn't say class friends.
he was screwed.
So it was a classic case of what they call cyberbullying, I guess. However, his intention,
early.
he had some intention at the beginning to make this tape of himself being a badass.
Yeah, he
For some
chose to tape himself.
Yeah, like
And
he felt
turned
like
out to be a badass. I mean, it
did
kind of worked out for him. Didn't it kind of work out for him?
Depends on how you take the words ass and bad.
in
His ass was
2005.
bad.
In 2005, CNET listed the Star Wars kid as number 8 on his top 10 web fads list. It was rated the number 1 viral video of all time. It was ranked number 2 on VH1's top 40 internet celebrities.
The big question for me is, did he make any money off of this? Do you think?
Yes, there was a lawsuit. His family sued the high school kids and their families that released his video.
That's how he made the money? He didn't make the money off of
We don't know if he made any money. It's just that, unfortunately, he was famous for this.
His family filed a $250,000 Canadian lawsuit. It never reached trial, but the parents reached a settlement with the defendants. So he made a little bit of money, but probably not enough.
But he didn't make any money off the YouTube hits kind of thing.
No, it was because he didn't release it. Like he couldn't monetize that.
Well,
Son of a
like the Chocolate Rain kid, Tay Day, he produced.
You know the name. That means he's famous.
Right. And he made the Chocolate Rain and ended up with a Dr. Pepper commercial where they made a Chocolate Rain. I mean, he was getting hate online, but it turned into a positive experience.
Yeah, that did not happen for Star Wars Kid.
No, apparently not.
I don't think so, unless you look at that. There was I think it was a Ween video.
Because I
they-
remember seeing the Star Wars video where they took his thing and then inserted the laser.
Yes, I did see that.
Oh, it was redone a million times with different sound effects and whatnot.
I'd be suing YouTube, going, man, you used my video image without my knowledge. That's what I would have done.
But you've got, and there's so many of just catching someone being a dick on TV or on phone at this point, right? Like the lady in the airplane.
You really want to talk
Raiding
about the
the
crazy
kid.
airplane lady, don't you?
No, I'm
ahead.
just saying, like, you can just
You
be
talking about
caught
the one that
doing-
berated the kid, the Trump kid?
No. There's also the lady who stole the baseball from the kid in the outfield. But to move beyond that, Richard Jewell.
Atlanta Olympics, 1996 Atlanta Olympics, Richard Jewell.
Yeah. Heard of that guy?
Yeah, I just said how I knew of him.
Yeah. He found a bomb during the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta and reported it. He helps people escape
And then he was accused of planting it, wasn't it?
From the area, and explodes while he's helping people. And then, yes, first he's a hero, and then they make him he's a suspect.
Reviled.
After a couple of days.
Oh.
Right. For he maybe planted it.
And turns out, no, not him. It just shows you the shallowness of the investigation at the time, the quickness that they had to have someone to blame. Turns out to be a wacko named Eric Rudolph.
I do know that name.
Who
So is
ended up
is Jewel back to hero status? Like, was he completely exonerated? And people were like,
he
"Yeah,
was exonerated.
guy's a freaking hero."
And right, and Eric Rudolph bombed other things for 2 more years before he was
Oh my gosh,
figured out. Yeah.
that is a
He
shallow
wasn't
investigation.
Yeah, he wasn't busted on the Olympic bombing. It took 3 or 4 more explosions for them to find Eric Rudolph.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
If only had
Crazy
been
talk.
there had been at least one explodation, I bet they would have caught him.
A premature explosion.
That would have helped. That probably would have helped.
But yeah, Richard Jewell had to deal with, 5 years plus of just, you're the bastard who's going to bomb the
Wow,
Olympics.
he wasn't
you son of
exonerated
a
for
bitch.
5 years.
Before Eric Rudolph was determined the guy.
Dude, he walks into a Denny's. Got a cup of coffee? I don't fucking think so, Mr. Olympic bomber
Right.
jerk.
But now he's getting free pie. But what a trial he
Now
had
they're
to
making
endure.
movies about him.
Yeah, he gets free pie anytime he goes into the Denny's. But it was for a long time. It was
Rhinelander
rough.
Diner, man.
Rhineland
They do charge
Rhinelander Diner.
extra for whipped cream.
Rhinelander
Wisconsin.
Dinelander. Yo,
Here's the name. Let's see. I'm gonna assume that John knows this name more than Jay knows this.
wow. When you assume, you make an ass of you and
Okay,
me.
everybody, hang on to your seats.
I am an
we go.
ass, and so are all of me's.
Yeah, that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
Steve Bartman.
Never heard it. John,
Don't have a clue who Steve Bartman is.
this is supposed to
I'm
be your
assuming
guy.
Right? I know this isn't the guy, but I assume that you will both know who I'm talking about once I tell you the story. Steve Bartman was at a baseball game. Cubs versus Marlins at Wrigley Field. 2003
He's gonna grab a baseball.
NLCS Game 6.
He's gonna
Did he-
grab a baseball.
Did he catch a fly
Cubs
ball
are
that
up
should have been
3
caught by an
games
outfielder?
to 2. Yeah, 8th inning. Cubs are up 3. Luis Castillo hits it into the left into foul ball territory. Moises Alou jumps for the ball, and some fan reaches out to catch the ball. Alou misses. There is no fan interference call, and the Cubs end up losing the game 8-3.
I would
wouldn't have been
call
close.
Steve Bartman infamous in this case.
Yeah,
He is not
I mean
just.
he didn't mean to.
He didn't mean to
No, he was
reach out
trying-
and catch
he
that.
But he was doing what I would call, he was like, there's a foul ball. I'm going to catch a foul
Yeah.
ball at a
Ooh, I'm
Cubs
gonna
game.
catch the foul
Look
ball.
at me. But
Is
I
what
don't
I
think that I would have to agree. That's not something that made you famous. Well, it depends. It depends. Are you
I
a
would
Cubs
say it
fan, or are you going
makes
to
you
be
very
unfortunately
unfortunately famous.
He committed an
infamous
act.
if you're
He committed a deliberate act. Like, he knew what he was doing. He wanted to reach out and get that ball that resulted in something negative. He wasn't just sitting there. He wasn't the guy that had a ball fly in his beer and splash in his face. Like, that's happened before.
No, he's
That's just
watching
an
the
innocent
baseball game.
He's not an innocent bystander. He actively participated in the baseball
He
game.
reached out to grab that ball.
He reached out.
So
Yeah.
and
So
he yoinked it. He yoinked it from Moises Alou.
He yoinked it from Moises. All right.
well, guess
fella.
what? It ended up being very
Yeah, it
important.
was not good. It was
yeah.
no doubt.
All right. I think we're at a point where we can. We are so close to the bottom. I think we could reach out and touch it. I will. I will wrap us up with just a few quick words about some related
Wait, you're-
topics.
Kai, the hatchet hitchhiker.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to put a pin in Kai, the hatchet hitchhiker.
Why don't we
have
just do a whole
only-
episode on Kai?
Yeah, why don't we do a whole
Later.
episode on Kai? Part three. I've got a few quick hits
Okay.
that I think can safely get us out of this episode and everyone safely onto their bedtimes. There is one other rather famous, recently famous incident of the unfortunately famous. From some of you may have heard of the Coldplay Kiss Cam from the last 12 months, from the last year.
Oh, yeah.
There was a Coldplay concert. Apparently, they frequently do this at their concerts where they have a kiss cam on the audience. And the kiss cam caught a middle-aged couple who were embracing and enjoying the concert. And suddenly
Just having
both
a good time.
just having a nice time, enjoying music and each other. And when suddenly
They're not famous or anything.
when they noticed their images on the big screen, they both ducked out of frame. And Coldplay lead singer Chris Martin was like, "Oh, we have some either very shy audience members or those two are having an affair." And indeed, they were having an affair.
Yeah.
They
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. That happened just in the last 12 months. It was all over the place. Both they were higher ups. They were it was the CEO and his HR director of a company, and both have since left the company. Didn't
And their marriages.
Yeah, they've left the company and their marriages. I do not have a where are they now right now because it's too recent. But we have discussed what is famous, what is infamous, what is unfortunately famous. Like people who, there are two kinds of unfortunately famous that we've discussed. The people who are just average, everyday folks. Something happened to them. They were thrust into the global spotlight, did not want it, did not ask for it, regretted it, didn't like it. And then there were people that sought out fame, got the fame they were after, and did not like that either. And then there's one final subcategory. What about those people that were famous, unfortunately for us? I have a couple examples. Have you ever heard of
So that is Kai.
He's not famous. The names that I will mention right now are famous. Unfortunately for us, we wish they weren't famous. They're glad to be famous. We are not glad. Like Kate Gosselin of John and Kate Plus 8, or Octomom. Heard of Octomom? Mm-hmm. Or the Kardashian family.
Cow. Nobody knows that name but me. That is the woman that did Dance Moms. Abby. Big fat woman.
That was
that I
the
refer
leader
to
of the
as
group,
Cow.
right? Like she was the director.
Yes. And she actually went to prison for a while.
How did the name Cow come up?
Because my daughter used to watch the show, and I just referred to her, the press. I would walk up and go, "What's going on with Cow?" And my daughter
That's
would
your
just get
nickname for
livid.
her.
That was my nickname. She'd go, Dad, her name is not Cow, it's Abby. I'm like, well, she's fat like a cow.
Wow.
And I'm going to call her Cow.
Whoa,
I was
Dang,
harsh.
dude.
Easy.
That's
Oh, yeah.
rough.
I was brutal.
You
Yeah.
wanted to go with this, Jay, other than
Yeah, I did. Because
an actual story of a person?
yes,
I think there's
and
more to
and,
tell.
And,
though.
and
I think
Kyle,
we
I
got
will
lots
tell you
more to
why.
guys.
Because now I can very clearly say we've reached the bottom. John Swayze brought up of course, the very famous example of Cow. And we're like, what are you talking about? Oh, Cow is a name that I had for an overweight woman on television.
Yes.
We're at the bottom. We did it. We did it, folks. Congratulations. Kyle, I'm very interested in Kai. I'm not blowing
very interested.
I really am. I'm not blowing smoke. I think a part 3 is due us. We can fill that time. I believe it. I believe in us, and I believe in you.
Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you all so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
Let's do it again sometime, shall we?
All right. Bye for now, everybody.
Cheers.
Night, guys.
See
Good
ya.
night.
Well, we did it. We finally hit bottom. I knew we would. Thanks, everybody. If you'd like to learn more about this finely distilled product, visit bottomofthebarrelpodcast.com, where you can find our previous episodes, merch, and even some Patreon options. If you want to tell us how smart we are or how stupid we are, or if you have a topic you want us to dive into, hit us up on our socials. Bottom of the Barrel Podcast is on Instagram, X, and YouTube. Special thanks go out to our audio production guru, Dave Lasco, our beloved manager and punching bag, Olivia Swayze, and Jonathan Benjamin. Take care.